for today's class, we'll be doing a fair amount of balance on one leg. Yes, Sarah's favorite thing. So just know that
there's
that's
no
coming.
toe torture though, right?
I'm okay with the toe
Oh.
So we should ask or go around and ask what everybody doesn't want to work on, and then I'll build a class around it. And then we'll also be doing this sort of, I call it the slice and dice. One arm comes down and back, and then we take a twist and then undo, and we'll do that in various different positions. So let's do it. At first, just wobble around a little bit, just create a little movement. Yeah. And then we get a little music from next door. I don't know if you folks at home can hear that, but it sounds like a guitar.
Yeah.
So we'll let the movement settle down. And then as you find your base here, whatever feels like it's either touching the floor or touching your props if you're sitting on something, imagine that it could grow roots, just pressing down a little bit more. And at the same time, think of lifting up through the crown of the head a little bit more. So we've got this down and up happening together. Let the eyes close if that feels good for you. And see if not just closing the eyes, but you can actually relax the muscles around the eyes. Try that out. We'll take a few easy breaths. Just allowing the body to receive the breath. And as the exhale comes, let the head bow down, the pelvis can rock back, and the spine can round. And then on the inhale, let's blink the eyes open, pull the chest forward, create a little lift. And take a few more times like this. It's a seated version of our cat-cow. And if you wanted to exaggerate it a little bit, you might and you might not. I'm going to come back. And sometimes that gives a little stretch through the upper back. So just take a few breaths like that with as big or small of a movement as you decide. Yeah. And then we'll land back in the center. Let's grow your roots down again and lift out and up through the arms. If it feels all right on the shoulders to interlace and press up through the palms, do that. If that doesn't feel good, just keep the hands separated. We'll take a little side bend to the right. And then up and over to the left. And then up. Let's stay up, undo the hands. Inhale here at the top. And then on the exhale, we'll slice. Right arm comes forward, down and back. Left arm comes forward. Inhale to undo, we face the front. And then exhale is side two. So as we're going with these, I'll recommend a slight bend in the elbows when we open. And for many of us, that feels a little more comfortable on the shoulders. Yeah. Good. And then when you're done with these, when you're just ready to be complete, we'll release the arms back down. Let's change the way the legs are crossed. And we'll just take a few circles here, which we kind of did in the beginning, but we'll be a little more formal about it. Just take a few times one direction. Yeah, and then we'll take a few the other direction. Good. And then let's come back up to the center. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, we slice and turn to the right. Let's stay here. Left hand to the right leg, right hand behind you, either onto the floor or on a prop. And give the back hand a little push down and use that to elevate the spine, lengthen the torso. And then keep everything the same except your head. Let the head look forward. And then we'll reach the back arm up and over on the diagonals. It's a little diagonal side bend. Exactly. And then pull yourself back up to the center. Let's rewind. Inhale, we're up. Exhale, we slice left arm and turn the chest to the left. Release the hands, right hand to the leg, left arm behind. Press down to sit up. And then we'll turn the face to look forward. Stretch the back arm up and over here. Yeah, this is my favorite side stretch. And then we'll come up back to center, unwind. Take the fingertips on the front of the shoulders and just make a few circles. All right, and then let's let that go. Stretch out the legs for a second and just move the feet around a little bit, the ankles, the toes. Yeah, and then we'll take a brief little leg stretch laying on your back. So let's come on down. If you want to have a strap here, you can. I'm going to do it without. We won't be here for too long. Let's hold behind the right thigh, left leg long on the floor, and just take a few rounds to bend and straighten the right leg. If anybody prefers the strap, you could hold one hand on each side and have the strap over the foot. Yeah. So let's pause with the leg, your version of straight, and now move a little through the ankle. So let's start with a pointed flex. You could also call it plantar flexion, dorsiflexion if you wanted to. Yeah. And then can we make a few circles? I heard that. Go the other direction. Awesome. And then let's pause, rebend the knee, and take the right leg over to the left side for a twist. And you can choose how deep you want to do that. Do see if you can move the right hip away from the right shoulder, so the right side waist long. And then we'll return to center, swapping out the legs. Right leg goes long, left leg comes in. And if you're just using your hands here, hold behind the thigh and take a few rounds back and forth. Yeah. And then we'll hold with the leg, your version of straight, and let's do our movement in the ankle. So first the pointed flex. That's it. And then start to circle it out. And another way. Yeah, good work. So let's relax the foot, rebend the knee, and we'll twist, taking left leg over to the right side. You choose how deep you want to go and see if you can elongate the left side of the waist. So the left hip will draw down away from the shoulder. Yeah. Okay, when you're ready, we'll return to center. Both knees hug in towards the chest and just draw a few little circles here. And then we'll take it the other way. Alrighty, and then let's turn over. We'll meet in the all fours position. And just like we did sitting, let's find your base here, whatever is touching the floor, or your mat, or your props, and give that a little extra push down as we round the back and drop the head, coming into our cat pose. And then we'll back off of the push as we come into our cow pose. So let's continue a few more rounds of cat-cow. And every time the back rounds up, give a little extra push down into the floor. Great. All right. And then from here, friends, let's take a little break. Go back to child's pose. Feel free to widen the knees if you like. Arms will stay forward and we'll take spider fingers. So you're up on the fingertips and give the mat just a little scrunch and a little lift up through the wrists and the palms of the hands. If you'd like to add in just kind of a shift side to side, sometimes that feels good. But if it doesn't, don't worry about it. All right. And then we'll pause here. Reset the hands, come up a little bit so you can take the knees just not quite so wide, back to hips width distance apart. Go about halfway back to child's pose, arms are still forward. Excuse me. You'll press down into the floor, round the back, come forward with the rounded back until you have no choice but to unravel. Yeah, and then the elbows will bend. We'll come down to the belly. Stay right here and just lift a little bit through the front of the chest, collarbones wide. And then we'll do one at a time, little shoulder rolls, letting the upper body move a little side to side. Yeah, you guys. All right, let's pause here, keeping the hands in position. Lift the front of the shoulders away from the floor so the upper back engages. You'll feel just right around the shoulder blades turn on. And then the hands, don't move them, but try to pull them towards the feet as we lengthen forward and maybe create a little bit of a lift. And then down we come. Let's do that 2 more times. So the hands pull back, the chest pulls forward. You lift up as high as you like. And down. 1 more time. Yeah. Great. Let's go back again to child's pose. This time have the toes tucked under, and let's take another round of those spider fingers. Add on with a little wobble if you like. And then some of you will just want to stay here. Some of you will walk the hands back and maybe stay here, and then some of you will sit on the heels for Jill's favorite pose, toe torture asana.
Rude.
Yeah, grab any props you like. We won't be here for long. Oh, Sarah, you're not doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Because the toe part is fine,
It's the
but
knees.
it's pinching. I can't
Yeah,
put a
try
blanket.
this. Try this. Come out for a second. Grab your blanket and fold it in half. And then wedge it behind the knees. Yeah, put your head on the floor for a second and pull it as high as you can. Tuck the toes under, and then come back and see if that's any easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh good. Oh good.
Because that's why
You can stay all day. Yeah.
it's so hard for me to sit that way.
Yeah. If you just make a little barrier back here, it should
so
help.
uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, you should have told me. I didn't know.
Well, I thought it was. I was like, maybe
It's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's
Come out.
just me. I haven't gotten loose enough.
No, you're fine. Let's come out. Yeah, do it like that every time.
Oh, okay, that's so much better.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's stretch out the right leg. Yeah, you can shake out the feet if you were there for a little bit. Yeah, stretch out the right leg and just go back and forth a little bit. Yeah, and then let's pause here, keeping the leg back. Broaden the collarbones, lift a little through the belly. And now when we lift the right leg, the belly and the low back love to droop down. Don't let it. Keep the lift. And if balance is fine and you want to add on, take the left arm forward. Whatever is still on the floor, press down. Yeah, let's inhale. On the exhale, pull in either arm and leg together or just the leg if that's what you're working with. Inhale to re-lengthen. And let's take that 2 more times. Exhale to pull it in. And when you re-lengthen, don't let the low back droop down. 1 more time in. 1 more time out. Keep the leg up, but put the arm down, and let's swing the right leg wide, foot to the floor, and take a few cat-cows with the wide leg position, just to get an inner thigh stretch. Yeah. Good. Okay, and then let's pause. Slide the knee back in. Let's go about halfway back to child's pose. Spider fingers for a second in the hands. Feet tucked or flat, whatever. And then set the hands down, press into the floor, round the back, stay round on the transition, and then you'll unravel, elbows bend, down to the belly we come. Scooch back through the legs, and then let's take the hands off of the mat onto the floor, onto your spider fingers. Now, some of you will prefer just coming up kind of a tiny little bit. I'm demonstrating that, or we can all try it. Almost just like a little undulation. And then some of you might prefer or be happy to go higher. So take a few of these. It's kind of a rolling cobra. So bring through the spine. Exactly. That's it. And then let's take last one. Reset the hands right alongside the ribs. Lift the front of the shoulders away from the floor. Let's press back again to child's pose. Just for a second, whatever you want with the feet. That's it. And then we'll return to all fours. Take the left leg back, toes tuck under, give yourself a little push-pull. Yeah. All right. And then pause there, broaden the collarbones, lift the belly, keep the belly lifted as the leg floats up. And then if you will like, you can add the right arm. Whatever's still on the floor though, press it down. Inhale, and on the exhale, we'll pull in. On the inhale, we'll relink. Take just a few more of those. And then the next time you're in the long position, stay. Keep the leg up, but put the arm down. And then swing the leg to the left, foot to the floor. And take a few of these cat-cows with the wide leg position. Yeah. For me, on one side on the inner thigh is so tight. And then the other side is not such a big deal. All right, let's pause. Slide the knee back in. Coming back, let's take our halfway back to child's pose, spider finger hands. It's a little wrist reliever. And then same transition, set the hands down, round the back, come forward, and then unround the very end of the movement. Elbows bend, we come down. Scooch back through the legs. This time, let's take the arms back alongside you, backs of the hands to the floor. Lift the front of the shoulders away from the floor so the upper back engages, and then lower down. We'll do that again with an add-on. So lift up here, keep the backs of the hands to the floor, draw back through the toes and let the legs hover, but not high, just a little bit. And then down. Let's go one more time. Front of the shoulders lift, legs lengthen and lift. Arms can lift, and let's turn the palms of the hands in towards the legs. Yeah, you guys, stay here. Faster than a speeding bullet. And then we'll reset, hands under the shoulders, set the feet down. Let's go back this time to down dog. Take your time to get there, and for the first one, any extra movement is welcome. Working through some of those kinks, huh? Let's pause here, widen your stance. Bend the knees and walk your hands back to the legs and just prop up for a second with the forearms to thighs. You can circle the wrists. You can take a little sway if you want, a little side to side. Yeah. All right, and then let's pause. Put the weight more in the heels and press down through the heels. As you inhale, we rise. And then on the exhale, set the arms down. Stay at the back of the mat, but redo your feet so they're less wide. Just about hips width is good. And then take a few little circles. Uttanasana. And let there be a bit of a bend in the knees and some nice movement in the ankles. So you feel weight shifting in the feet. Let's go the other way with that. Nice. All right, so our first standing balance, let's pause. It will look like this. You'll come up like a march. Arms up and then down. Yeah, so we'll do that walking to the front of the mat. We'll stay at the back for now. Left leg is down, right knee shoots up, arms shoot up. Stay for this first one and really press down, down, down with the standing foot. Lift up, up, up with the lifted knee. Yeah, and then down we come. And change, and we'll hold this one a little extra. Down, down, down with the standing foot. Up, up, up with the knee. And then down. And now just kind of step, step. Good. Whenever you lift, press down through the standing foot. Nice job, guys. Okay. Good soldiers. Let it go. For the next little set, you might want to have blocks, so let's just have them handy if you've got them. And we'll be bringing a knee down if you need a blanket for padding. Have that handy as well. So let's stand in mountain pose with feet just a little bit apart. Slight soft bend in the knees and shift your weight towards the toes and then towards the heels. Do that a few times, just a little rock. And then we'll pause. This is the easy part for the balance. She's like falling all over the place. And then let's pause when you're right at the front of the heel and plant that part of the foot down into the floor as you lengthen the legs. Lift up a little through the belly, out and up come the arms. Lift up through the sides of the waist and keep the lift, but relax through the shoulders, the neck. Inhale. On the exhale, down we come forward fold. You can bend the knees if you like. Take a halfway lift here, move the chest forward, and then when we come down, let's step the right leg back, knee to the floor, or to the blanket, yeah. And it's up to you if you want the toes flat or tucked under. Those of you who have the toes flat, think of pressing downward through the center of the shin, and keep that as we bring the torso up, and everybody bring the torso up. As the center of the shin presses down, lift up through the belly. Yeah, let's lift up through the arms, lengthen the sides of the waist, but relax a little through the shoulders. And then let's take a side bend here. Use the left hand to grasp the right forearm. First we pull up, and then we go over to the left. Is there other side? Yeah. And then let's use the inhale to rise, separate the hands. Exhale, we'll slice. Left arm forward, down, and back. Turn the chest left. That's it. Inhale, we undo, we face the front. So this is a little balance here too. Take a couple more times. Exhale, we turn and open. Inhale,
we're not gonna switch sides?
Go left again, yeah. Go left again. Just for this. The other way is valid, but for today we'll just do this one. All right, done with those. Let's set the arms down. Blocks from the floor, whatever you got. And then take a few rounds just to bend and straighten the front leg. Now, if you're able to, when you go back, go onto the heel, lifting the sole of the foot up. If that's not working out for you, don't worry about it so much. And then the next time we shift back, let's stay. Slide the whole pelvis a smidge to the left with the front leg straight, and then drop the left hip a tiny bit. And without moving your, let me rephrase. Can you move the chest forward? Spread out through the toes and draw back a little through the pinky toe. Oh, yeah. Nice. Back off. Put the sole of the foot to or towards the floor. It may or may not touch. And now bend at the ankle so the toes bow in towards the right, towards the midline. Chest comes forward and you can walk the arms left if possible. Maybe outside of the left leg, maybe not. Yeah. Good. And now in this position, the torso is kind of on the diagonal. Can you move the pelvis and the rib cage away from each other? Oh. Yeah, how's that one going?
Good.
Yeah. All right. Gently, gently. Reset. Front foot points forward, front knee bends. Pause here. Now this next one, if you know your feet cramp up, when you do something like this, you'll do it with the toes tucked under. If you want to try it and you're not sure, have the toes straight back on the right foot. Let's everybody be on blocks for this one. Press down through the top of the foot, hover the knee, and keep some of the weight in the hands here so that it's not all on the back foot. Yeah, and then down we come. Yeah, okay, that one's intense. Let's tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and then we'll ditch the blocks. Hands to the floor. Plank pose. Yay, everybody's favorite resting position. Yeah. Can you broaden the collarbones? Can you lift the belly? Sarah, can you either walk feet back or hands forward? And then shift a little forward and drop the hips slightly. Yes, that's it. That's it. All right, back to down dog we go. Oh, nice job, guys. Don't you love it when I start talking to somebody? Plank pose? Let's come forward, feet to the hands. Bend the knees a little, press into the heels. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, arms come down. Oh, we should celebrate, I think. Let's take loops. We've done side one.
Okay.
Let's go the other way. Side two. Okay, and then pause. Do it. You know what to do now. So let's, again, find that spot right at the front of the heels. Bend the knees a little bit. And then as you straighten the legs, really press down there. Draw up the energy through the rest of the body. Up come the arms, up come the sides of the waist. Stay there, relax the shoulders without losing the length you've created. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, down we go. Little bend in the knees if you like. Inhale our halfway. Exhale, down we come. Left leg steps back, knee to the floor. That's it. Take a second. Those of you who do have the toes straight back, press into the middle of the shin. If the toes are tucked under, just skip that part. Let's come up for a sec, hands to the hips. And everybody lift up through the belly, lift up through the waist, lift up through the arms. That's it. And then we'll do our side bend here. Right hand grasps the left forearm. Up we come and then over to the right. That's it. And then up we come. Undo the hands, inhale, we're long. On the exhale, we slice. Right arm down, turn the chest right, elbows a little bent. Inhale to undo, we're facing front. Do that one twice more. Nice job, guys. Next time, arms are up. We're coming down, hands to the floor or the blocks, probably the blocks. Inhale, we shift forward, lift the chest. Exhale, we shift back, going straighter in the front leg. Take that a few more times. And if you're able to do it, try to lift the sole of the foot off the floor when you pull back. But don't stress about it if that's not really working today. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Good. All right, let's pause the next time you go back and the front leg is straight. Shift the whole pelvis a little to the right. Drop the right hip down, move the chest forward. That's it, spread out through the toes. Draw back through the pinky toe if you can. Yeah. Now, Pam, try pulling the blocks back a little bit so you can unbunch the neck. Yeah. Good. All right, guys, let's back off a little bit. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor or towards the floor. And then once you've done that, bend at the ankle so the toes go a little left towards the midline. Yeah. Now maybe this is it. Maybe you walk the arms a little right. Maybe you go all the way outside of the right leg. That's it. So at this point, the torso is in a little bit of a diagonal line. Can you draw the rib cage and the pelvis away from each other on that diagonal line? Yeah. Good. Are you breathing though? I just have to ask. Yeah. This one's fairly intense. Let's back off, reset, bend the front knee, reset the arms, and then you choose if you want to try the toes straight, do. If you need to tuck them under, that's fine. When you're ready, press into the back foot, up comes the back knee, we won't stay. Use your arms for support. Good, down you come. All right, now everybody tuck the toes under, lift. Let's go plank pose again. Sarah, I'm watching you.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can feel it right.
Yeah. No, that was good correction you made. Let's go up and back, downward dog.
The benefit of being on this side.
I know, I can't see you, Jill. Only now at down dog, but everything looks good. Let's separate the feet. Bend the knees, walk the hands back. Find your heels, the front of the heels. Press down there to rise up. Inhale, we grow. Exhale, arms down. Yay. Okay. So remember that march step we did? We're going to enhance it a little bit. Just a little variation. So let's start here. The first one will go kind of slow. Left foot plants down, right leg lifts. You can hold on or not hold on, and then we turn the chest to the right. Standing twist. And then undo, step the foot down. Other one comes up, and then we turn. Yeah. So go at your own pace here. Don't rush it. And if you're finding balance is very challenging, try to not turn as much and keep your vision forward instead of turning to the side. If balance is fine, allow the head to turn towards whatever side you're going. I know. The other one was going so well, so I had to throw you off. Yeah. Once you're back to center, we'll be done with those. Yeah, just take a second. But we're not done standing on one leg. Yay! All right. So for this next one, let me show. We'll be on one leg here, and then we'll hinge. Both knees bend on the hinge, and then the bottom leg goes straight again on the way up. So we'll do that a few times. Yeah, Pam is so excited. It's her favorite thing. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's try it. You don't have to tip over too far if that's not working. So left leg down, right leg up, hands in prayer. Press down through the standing foot. And then we bend the left knee as we hinge. The right knee stays bent through the whole process. That's it. And then come back up, and the left leg, whoa, goes straighter on the arrival. Go again. All right, this last one will be a little different. Let's pause here and see if you can glide the right leg back. Take the arms back and land in this diagonal line lunge. Okay, okay. And then release the arms down. Plank to downward dog. Yeah. You can go to down dog. Yeah. Nice job. All right, let's come to the front of the mat and we'll check out side two. Press down into the heels. Inhale to lift. Exhale, arms down, hands come to prayer. Side two. Plant down through the right heel. Lift the left. Inhale. Exhale, we find the hinge. Go at your own pace. We'll just do a few of those. Great, friends. On this last one, let's glide the left leg back. Keep the torso on the diagonal. Stretch the arms back. And here we are. Yes. Turn the palms of the hands in towards the midline of the body. Good. All right, let's go to plank. This time we'll stay a little longer. Yeah, we're going to make it extra fun. Broaden the collarbones, lift the belly, tiny bend in the knees, tiny bend in the elbows. Turn the tips of the elbows back towards the knees. Yes, doesn't that make plank harder? Good. Let's go to child's pose, rest. Oh, yeah. Stay here, you can circle out the wrists, you can wiggle the hips, anything you need. Okay. So that went fairly well. We're going to add on to it, but the first part, that balance, we'll only do it one time. Yeah, we'll spend a little extra time in the lunge. Okay, so when you're ready, let's head back to down dog, and then somehow we get to the front of the mat any way you want to do that. And we'll prepare for our next round. All right. So let me think about this. Blocks, let's have blocks just available. We won't use them right away, but we will later. So the left leg is down, the right leg comes up. Let's start in the prayer position. And then we bend the left knee as we hinge. Let's go slowly with this. Right leg reaches way back. Plant the toes to the floor, and now we'll straighten the left leg, bring the arms up. So it's like lunge with straight legs. And then from here, bend both knees. Let's bend the elbows to cactus arms. Do this one a few times. So inhale, we come up. And exhale, we come down. Yeah. One more time up. One more time down. And now when we come up, stretch the arms to straight. We're only going to bend the front knee. Hinge forward. Hover in this position. And then if it's too much with the arms forward, take the arms back like we did on the other one. You decide. We are going to be here for a bit. Good. All right. Arms come down, probably on the blocks, maybe on the floor. Keep the back heel, keep the stance of the legs, which means the back heel will likely be up a little the whole time. Press into the front heel to straighten the leg. Move the chest forward. Good. And then rebend and let yourself just kind of soften. Let's do that one again. Straighten the front leg, move the chest forward. And then bend. Now last one. Straighten the leg, move the chest forward. Totally optional. If you have a block and you want to try it, you'll lift the left toes, wedge the block kind of under the foot so that it looks like this. Yeah, and it's quite a bit more intense on the calves and the hamstrings. Yeah, and you guys are like, no way.
And the piriformis.
Yeah, piriformis. You get a full bonus here all the way around. All right, when you're done, undo that. Let's bend the front knee, move the blocks, and then plank to down dog. Just a quick. Yeah. All right, nice transitions, you guys. Let's try side two. So we come forward, root down through the heels, little bend in the knees. Inhale, we grow. And then arms down, hands to prayer. Weight is on the right side. Let's lift the left. And then slow motion, hinge the torso forward, bend the right knee. Glide the left leg back. We land softly. And then straighten out the front leg, lift the arms. This is an inhale. Exhale, we bend the knees, we bend the elbows. Do a few of those. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. And you don't have to go too deep. Take it again up and down. And now from the up position, pause. Only bend the front knee. Let's hinge forward. If you need to take the arms back, do it. Yes. And then from here, everybody, arms come down. I'll suggest blocks. Press into the front heel. As the front leg straightens, move the chest forward, lengthen. And then bend the knee back off a little. Do that again. Good. And then this last one here, we'll stay with the front leg straight. Keep the chest moving forward. If you want to try it and you have a block, you'll wedge the block under the front of the right foot. Oh, I don't know. This side's tighter for me. I don't know. All right. And then undo that if you did it. Rebend. This time, let's go plank to the belly. We'll take a little quad stretch once you're down. Yeah, stretch back through the legs. Bend the right knee, reach back and hold on to the ankle if you can. The toes. Yeah. Stay here. See if you can press the center of the right thigh downward towards the floor. Create a little lift through the belly. And if you want to flex the foot, you can try that out. All right. And then done with that, changing sides. Once you're in position, try to press the center of the thigh down to the mat. Lift the belly, flex the foot, maybe. Maybe. All right. And then we'll let that one go. Release, just wiggle a little bit. Hips take a little wobble. And then from here, downward facing dog pose. And then from there, come to stand. Any way you want to do it. Okay. And then release. So I'm going to demonstrate the next little transition. We'll start the way we've been starting, to here, to here, to here. And then when I bend, I'm going to bend both knees. I'll slice and turn. I'll do that a couple of times. And then from the turned position, watch this, I straighten out the back leg, heel to the floor, arms do kind of like a little windmill. Oh, look at that, I'm in warrior two. It's like magic. Yeah, we'll try. If it doesn't work, we just get there. All right, so here we go, and then I'm gonna do the opposite side that I just did. So left leg is down, right leg is up, hands are in prayer. Yeah, we've done this before. Hinge forward, glide back, take your time, land softly. And then once we get there, straighten both legs, lift both arms. This is the inhale. Exhale, both knees bent. Left arm does the slice, and we turn the chest left. Inhale, we undo. Both legs straight, both arms lift. Go again, twice more. Exhale, we turn. Yeah. Inhale it up. Last one, we turn. Stay. Turn the back heel down, windmill the arms around, warrior two. It's still the left leg in front. Sarah, bring the left arm forward. Yeah, left arm forward.
Left.
Right arm back.
Okay, there we go. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm working that way.
And then palms turn up. Let's do 3 times. Inhale up, exhale down. Yeah. Now this time on the down, let's come all the way down, back arm windmills around, back heel lifts, plank to downward dog. Good. All right, and then we'll come to the front of the mat. Press down into the heels. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, arms down. Yeah, okay, not bad. Now you know what to do. When we're in this lunge phase, see if you can really keep the back heel lifted as opposed to being kind of like almost lifted but not quite. So there's a little bit more internal rotation required on the back leg. I'll cue that on the next round. Okay, so the right leg is the base. Left leg comes up, hands are in prayer. We go slowly, glide, right knee bends. Left leg lands on the ball of the foot, keep the heel lifted. And then up we come, straighten out the front leg. On the back leg, think about rolling the inner thigh back, which should help with the foot position. Let's inhale at the top. Exhale, we're down, slice and turn to the right. Inhale, we're back up. Is this the same side? No, I did both sides. Okay. Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah, I just tried it on the other side.
Okay.
Right, so we're good.
Last time, stay. Now we do put the back heel down, back leg straightens, arms turn around. We're in warrior two. Yes, you did it. Palms turn up. Inhale up, exhale down, 3 of those. Good. It's some brain work, for sure. Good. Little choreography. All right, next time, this is our last. Let's windmill the back arm all the way around, back heel lifts. Plank, we stay. Make it a good one.
Because it's our last one.
Because it's our last one. And then back to the down dog. Down dog. Good job. All right, let's put the knees down, rest. Child's pose. Have the forehead on something, either your own arms can stack or you can grab a block, anything like that, and let the head take a little roll side to side. Great. Okay. From here, let's come upright to sit. Swing the legs around forward. Now, if anybody needs to sit on something, a folded blanket, 2 folded blankets, take what you need, which is not so much about the cushion as it is about the height. And when you're a little higher, you're more able to tilt the pelvis forward, which is what we want. Yeah. All right, friends. So let's have the legs forward, hands either on the blanket or on the floor, just for a little support. Scooch both legs to the right, but not far. Just kind of offset the midline a little bit. Yeah. And now the right leg, we cross over the left leg, and the exact position doesn't matter so much because this is about the bottom leg. On the left leg, press out through the heels, spread apart through the toes, and then in your hands, press down into the floor, sit up tall. Now, for some of us, just doing this is plenty. Some of us will start to hinge forward by pressing the floor back and angling the torso forward. And you'll notice the torso and the leg are not in the same line. That's by design. IT band, maybe.
Low back. Also.
Yeah. Sit up taller, and then do more with the hands. And instead of going down, I think going up when you hinge forward, and see if that's less low back.
My low back needs a stretch.
Oh, the QL?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not a pinch. It's
Okay.
a stretch coming from the buttocks.
All right, friends. So to get out of this, let's back out. Lean to the left. You'll bend the straight leg and then come into either Gomukhasana, which I don't actually do Gomukhasana. It's no good for my hips, but it looks kind of like this. And if it's no good for your hips, you'll just transition into a Sukhasana. Yeah? Either way is fine. They'll give you a similar stretch for the next thing. Let's put the hands on the floor, lift the hips, scooch them back a little, and come back down. That's it. And then slide the thumbs into your hip creases. Push down as you sit up tall, and then do the same thing that we did before, angle forward and up. And then if that's feeling fine, and you want to let go, you can take the arms forward. And after you've done this forward phase, if coming down is an option for you, great. But don't come down until you've gone forward first. Yeah. Anybody can add in a little side-to-side rock, little wobble. Yeah. And sometimes too, it's good at first for a moment, and then you have to change. That's fine too if you need to bail. For most of us, I'll expect the right hip to be getting this stretch. And start to ease your way out. Come back to center, and then just very, very gently undo your legs. Take them out in front. Give them a little shake. Bababasana. Good. And then 2 legs to scooch a little to the left. And then it's the left one that comes over. Yeah.
Yes.
I mixed up. I can't remember if we did this already. I did the sequence earlier this morning. All right. And then push down into the floor. Sit up tall. Before we add on, make sure your foot is alive and active, the right foot. And then push the floor back as you come forward and go almost more up in the chest. Yeah. Now, some of you will stay, some of you will go more than that. I'm thinking, though, for most of us, a little goes a long way.
Yeah, for me, it's all I'm getting.
Yeah. The IT band, the tissue is very dense. So I find it's actually, if you go too far, you actually don't get as much as you would if you eased off a little bit. All right, so let's back off and we'll transition into the next one. Sometimes the 2 sides are very different. So lean a little to the right, bend the right knee, and swing the foot back. And then you can either stay in this position, or if you need to change into a Sukhasana, that's fine. It'll be the left one that's in front. Yeah. And then before we add on, lift the pelvis, scooch it back, put it down. Thumbs into the hip creases. Press down to lift up. And at first, find that angle forward and the up. Yeah? If you want to stay here, great. If you want to take the arms forward, great. And then continue forward before you come down if you're going down. And you may or may not. It just kind of depends. Yeah. And then for anybody in any situation, a little rock could feel good if you want to do it. And then ease your way back to center, Very, very gently undo the legs. Give them another little jiggle. Good. All right, let's come down onto your back. And I'll recommend a supported bridge pose on the block. And let's do this. We'll go to the lowest height. So slide the block under there. And it's right across the sacrum, the widest part, kind of right in the middle. Yeah, and just relax. This is meant to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, just do without the block and let the feet go wide and the knees knock in. But if you're on the block, have the thighs parallel. And then option to just stay. If you want to add on, let the right leg go long on the floor, and maybe that's enough, or maybe the left leg pulls in towards your chest. Yeah. Right leg can either be just relaxed, let it flop out, or you can press the heel down and out and roll the inner thigh down. They're both valid ways to do the pose. Yeah. That's it. And then for those of you who have the right leg long, let's bend the knee, plant the foot, and then release the left leg. Take the left leg long. And if you're adding on, you'll bring up the right leg and hold on. Oh, this is my tighter side. Again, option to either keep the left leg just relaxed or press out through the heel, down through the inner thigh. You guys getting the stretch on the straight leg?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We do a lot of kind of hip hinge forward fold, so this is helping to counter that a little bit. All right, if you have the one leg, let's bend the bottom knee and then undo the right leg. Just pause for a second in this symmetrical shape. Take the arms down alongside you, and you can either have flat palms or do more like a karate chop with the pinky side down, and press the forearms down into the floor, and almost like a seesaw, the upper arms come up a little and the shoulder blades press into the back. That's what we're going for. And then back off and do that a few times. So the forearms press down, the shoulder blades press into the back. Yeah. All right. And then when we're done, let's lift the hips, slide the block out. And after that, you might want to take some kind of a twist, either windshield wiper twist or any other kind is fine. We're nearing the end. Yeah. All right, guys. So when you're ready for Shavasana, final resting pose, take your time, come on in. Feel free to prop either under the legs or under the head, anything like that. I'm going to shut off a few of these lights. Yeah. And allow this time for rest. Let the work be done. The brain work, the body work. See if you can truly relax through your face, around the eyes, around your mouth. Right behind the ears. Little spot right there. Can you relax right in there. Bring your attention back to your body. Start to move a little bit. Something gentle. Whenever you're ready, you can bend up the knees. Roll yourself over to one side. And then from your side, take your time to return upright, neat sitting. Let's find hands right at heart center. And thank your body for everything that it's able to do. And thank yourself for being here. Namaste.